Moses Malone dropped dead at age 60 right after Daryl Dawkins died. Daryl Dawkins equals 60. They were both drafted out of high school with Philadelphia connections like Kobe. LeBron played in Philadelphia the day before Kobe's death and dropped Kobe to fourth all-time in scoring. The Black Mamba, Philly's court, has the black snakes on it. Again, just think about it. LeBron's worst ever career defeat, all these games, all these years, and now just kind of another big coincidence, right? Another big coincidence that LeBron suffers his most humiliating defeat, losing by 44, a number highly connected to death. Remember, LeBron won his fourth championship exactly 41 weeks after his birthday on Father-Daughter Day in the season that Kobe died. And he won it in Orlando, the same place that Kobe won his fourth championship. Again, Jordan having these very significant games this month, or these games seemingly in tribute to Jordan in this month. November 3rd, Brooklyn versus Chicago. November 30th, Brooklyn versus Charlotte. And now, and realize Jordan was, in a authoritative position with Charlotte for 13 years. Kobe was the 13th pick of the draft by Charlotte before being traded to LA. But again, LA is 13 when you run the alphabetical order forward. L's the 12th letter, A's the first. LA is 41 when you run it in reverse. L's the 15th letter, A's the 26th. LA 13 and 41. Kobe dead at 41. His daughter dead at 13. 41's the 13th prime. And again, Kobe's full name, Kobe Bean Bryant, 54 forwards, 81 in reverse. Last night, Philly became 13 and 5. And we always talk about how important 135 is to Philadelphia from its establishment date on 135 numerology to the Key of David, which is mentioned in regards to the Church of Philadelphia. The Key of David's 135. The Eagles got the big fly, Eagles fly, 135. Carson Wentz set the rookie record, 135 passes without a pick. Kobe, he was singing Fly, Eagles Fly right before the Eagles won the Super Bowl over Brady in the road playoff game in LA. And again, we saw that Eagles Super Bowl versus the Patriots before week 3 was played of that NFL season. And the Eagles kicker hit the 61-yard field goal, the rookie kicker at the time, that weekend, which was a good omen for what we were feeling. And we're like, look at that, man. Record 61-yard field goal for a rookie kicker from Philly. Right after what we just said about this year's Super Bowl, I watched Philly's going to start the year 10-1, just like they did again this year. Again, Philadelphia 65, a city established on the day, leaving 65 days left in the year. 2-2-3, of course, like the synagogue of Satan, like it's 2023, not that far off. But the 61, Jordan played his last game in Philly. And yesterday was 283 days after Jordan's birthday, the 61st prime number. He's 60 years old, meaning he's in his 61st year of life right now. He'll officially turn 61 February 17th, 2024, should he make it, and hopefully he does. Hopefully he doesn't join the 60 club for the NBA. But we know, as we're going to get to at the beginning of the month when we were watching what could happen November 3rd, and the days before that, Bobby Knight, dead November 1st. The last coach to beat Jordan in college. Bobby Knight dead. He's 5th all-time in wins for a college coach. He died 5 days before the start of this NBA season. Of course, basketball is a game of 5-on-5. But then again, the very next day, Walter Davis died, who Jordan emulated his game after, who Jordan said was his favorite player, who also played at UNC. And we talked about the ritual they did with Walter Davis again and why it was on that November 2nd, the day before the obvious Jordan tribute with Bulls and Brooklyn. Darvin Ham, the coach of the Lakers, stayed on 61 all-time wins yesterday by losing in Philadelphia. He has 53 wins in the regular season and 8 in the postseason, 61 total wins, stayed on it in Philly, 283 days after Jordan's birthday, 61st prime, and again, just right after the Eagles become 10-1 again. So anyway, now LeBron's in Philly, and he's losing by 44, and we're just days before this November 30th game with Charlotte in Brooklyn. And again, look at the things they have to highlight in the story. They got to mention the 44-point loss. If I didn't say so already, when LeBron signed a lifetime contract with Nike, the first ever athlete to sign a lifetime contract, Nike was 44 years old at the time. And we'll find out what that means for LeBron. as time goes on. But I mean, we know that number is fateful. Ask MLK on 4-4. Ask Malcolm X in the 44 ritual. Ask George Floyd up on the 44th parallel. Ask the first president to die in office just 1 month into his term, William Henry Harrison. Look how they squeeze in this paragraph, CNN, the second paragraph after the 44-point loss, LeBron's worst. The next paragraph, got to hit the next number. Per the NBA, the biggest margin that James had lost by coming into Monday's matchup was 42 points when the Lakers were thrashed by the Indiana Pacers. Look at LeBron James, 114, and then the small way, 42, right? Yeah, they got to let you know LeBron's biggest loss before that was 42. And remember, 42, just the number that's racially all over history and sports history. Jackie, 42, number 42. First black baseball player in white major league, only he wasn't. It was actually Moses Walker, who doesn't go down in the history books, but if you look it up, he played in exactly 42 games. And again, just like every name you can think of, Martin, 42, Malcolm X, 42. Think about Martin and Malcolm X. Neither of those were their birth names. Here's another guy who it wasn't his birth name, Muhammad Ali, 42, also 201. And when they're not coding 42, they're coding 59, right? Like Michael Jordan's 59 and 76, just like Slave is 59 and 76, and Negro and Rasta and Blues and on and on and on. And remember, Ephesians 6, the verses 5 through 9 are the most infamous verses about slavery in the Bible. And Acts 7:6 is one of the most well-known verses in the Bible about 400 years of slavery. And remember, from understanding Acts 7:6, and look at Barack Obama. Acts is the 44th book of the Bible. Acts is the 44th book of the Bible. Barack Obama, 76. Slave, 76. LeBron loses by 44 against the 76ers. Go back and double check it. Probably depend on books. But either Philadelphia 76ers were a 12.5-point dog or a 13.5-point dog on the Illuminati's birthday this year, May 1st. Again, the Illuminati founded in 1776, just like America. United States, July 4th, 1776. But again, we smashed a huge upset that day because Philly got their 247th all-time postseason win the day of the Illuminati's 247th birthday. And I'd have to go back and look at my notes from that day because there was actually 247s lined up in that game if Philly won on the Illuminati's 247th birthday as a huge underdog. And they did. And again, that's the beauty of the knowledge. Let's talk more about November 30th and Jordan's team that he just had to sell, the Charlotte Hornets, facing the Brooklyn Nets this week. So there is only one 201 team in the NBA. And if you're new here, 201 is a super, super important number to the Illuminati, which is a real thing, and to the Jesuits. Order of Illuminati 201, like the Jesuit order, like Charlotte Hornets. Again, November 30th, George Herbert Walker Bush, number 41. He died on that day in history, 11 plus 30. November 30th, 11 plus 30, 41. This year, it's 41 weeks into Jordan's age on the nose. Brooklyn has the gematria of 41. Nets has the gematria 13. 41's the 13th prime. Again, Kobe Bryant, 41. LA, the 41-13 city. Brooklyn with these connections and numbers. Jordan just lost the team after 13 years. You see how Bryant is 26 and 37 in reverse, just like Jordan is 26 and 37. Again, Bear Bryant died 37 years to the day of Kobe Bryant on the 26th day of the year. Again, Michael's 60 right now. Kobe scored 60 in his last game playing Utah, who drafted Moses Malone. Moses Malone died at age 60, right after Daryl Dawkins, whose name in gematria equals 60. High school equals 60. All of these guys connected by being drafted out of high school. And remember, Jordan's father was found dead on the side of Interstate 74. Kobe died in the 74th NBA season. Moses Malone was drafted in 74. They did parallels with Moses Malone and Exodus. Moses from the Bible. Exodus equals 74. They did parallels with Kobe Bryant in the after death shoe, and then him dying the year the Lakers signed AD in the City of Angels. And then the Kobe cartoon and the Kobe Nike short film that ends with the exploding helicopter. Again, the Comedy Central cartoon that came out days after the Kobe Bryant after death shoe. Came out on the 16th day of the 11th month when the King James Bible came out in 1611. The Bible, Jesus after death, the calendar, the Catholic Church, all these rituals. LeBron, who went to a Catholic high school. I mean, just look at all the pieces of the puzzle and put them together.